what is it that you think will get us out of it?
If I may, the dinosaurs are still here, they're feeding on the limited resources, and they're not creating wealth. So we've got to get rid of the dinosaurs and and also deleverage the financial system. Now, I'm more confident about the future of the automobile industry in the United States, given the decisive action that the U.S. government has taken. But I'm less confident as far as the financial industry is concerned, because they've not been decisive enough. That's exactly what they've done to GM. That's exactly what they should have done with Citibank and the big financial institutions. Give them a decisive blow. Let the public know that we're going to clean it up. And this is how, as John said earlier, confidence can be restored. The primary ingredient is confidence. You can throw money, but if confidence is not there, the multipliers are not going to be there, the economy is not going to revive. And the only way to restore confidence is to clean up the excess in the financial system, which was the catalyst that brought this crisis to us.
Thank you.
So I have a question.
Oh, yes, please.
Lyda.
Sorry, you were talking about the change and the dinosaurs to disappear, but before it was the Occident which were given their laws. But now with the new players, such as Chinese, Indians, and Russians, do you think they will follow the same laws as we did in economy?
The technology is universal. Technology sets the pace in terms of the standards that are to be followed by all countries. So they will have to follow to a large degree. Political systems can insulate for a period of time, and they could create conflict, so we might get more political and international conflict. But by and large, this applies to them. The technology that China is applying or Russia is trying to apply is the old technology. So they will suffer the same symptoms, although they will not go through the same wrenching kind of adjustment that we will go, because their industries are newer than ours. But I think the whole world is going to go through this, and in the end, the world economy will emerge stronger than before.
But do you think they have the same relations to money like we have as Occidental people? The relation to money, because the philosophy of life is different.
I think our philosophy of life is becoming more Oriental, especially after
Exactly.
while theirs is very primitive capitalist. So, other than that, I don't know what more to say.
Can I have a quick question?
Yes, John is trying to go to
Yeah.
bed.
Oh, sorry. We're talking about some huge paradigm shifts. Isn't Canada an extraordinarily... We've always talked about, around this table, we've always praised Canada. It's a safe place in the storm. Seems to me, as, you know, we're living off the enormous amounts of energy in Alberta, aren't we setting ourselves up for an incredible... If there is a paradigm shift in energy, that this will be catastrophic for Canada. And I'm wondering, when Obama walks the walk of his, you know, changing the Earth's, our use of energy, will he actually, doesn't that have some huge implications for Canada?
I think you're asking Tony.
Yeah,
I don't think it'll be that quick. The answer is...
doesn't it have to be that quick, though?
Let me put it this way. There will be immense amounts of needs for energy, right? There will be many ways to create energy. What sort of energy do we have? We have a lot of, certainly in Quebec, a lot of hydropower. The water will keep running. But now in the Atlantic provinces and also in Alberta, we have a lot of oil. The last car that has run on a 4-stroke gasoline engine has not yet been made. In fact, they're just trying to reorganize the industry. And even if all else fails, you can always use the oil in generators, which you can turn into electricity, into which you can plug your economically and ecologically efficient car. In other words, I don't think this is one of the things we should worry about right now. Maybe 20 years, 50 years from now, people will have to look around for something else. Anybody in this room, I think, is quite safe.
But what do electric cars? People seem to confuse this idea. Electric car doesn't reduce pollution in any way, shape, or form. It just transfers it.
Of course.
So what's that got to do with it? If anyone is serious about climate change or reducing it, don't they have to say stop in Alberta? I mean, I'm just asking the question. And doesn't it have to be done quickly? No?
Brings up the whole point.
You
of
were
climate
pleased.
change.